Yo, 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 what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking. All right. So shouts out to everybody that comes in the room. You guys already know what to do. Make sure that you smash that like button. Also, make sure that you share the video out. All right. Make sure that you tweet it, share it on your Facebook page. All right. In addition to that, make sure that you guys subscribe to the backup channels. All right. What we're going to be talking about is part 2 of the Stacy Abrams breakdown. All right. And shout out to Afro Elite. I was watching Afro Elite's live stream yesterday, and there were some people in the comment section, not any of our people. I think they could have been trolls. Maybe they were just people that are brainwashed Democrats. I don't know. But they seem to feel that there is no evidence that Stacy Abrams is not losing ground with black voters. They feel that Stacy Abrams is the right choice. They feel that Stacy Abrams is actually going to do something for them. She's not. She's not for any of the above. All right. We're going to show you why for each of the concerns addressed. All right. So real quick, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you guys show some love to the people who are already here. We got the early birds in the building. Got my man Al McCowan. He says, what does she want from me? That's a good question. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what, man? I actually had plans for this stream. Man, I actually had a specific plan for this stream about Stacy Abrams, and I was so excited to holler at you guys that I forgot to do it. Man, shit. Hold on real quick. Hold on, because I got something for y'all for this. I definitely got something for y'all for this. You know what? Now, as I'm looking here, that's why I forgot it, because I had sent that shit to myself and it didn't show up. So what we're going to do is we're going to act like I just hit the start button. All right. We're going to act like I just hit the live button. All right. So if you guys haven't, make sure that you guys smash that like button. All right. Make sure that you guys share the video out, and remember, you know what I'm saying? You guys remember Stacy Abrams, what she did, you know what I'm saying, for black men, right? Her voter outreach that she had. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the theme song for Stacy Abrams voter outreach. All right. Damn, I hate when I do this shit. See, that's what TD will tell you, man. Your boy is I'm super OCD. Like, I'm OCD than a motherfucker. Like, man, I'll have a whole ass conniption if I do some shit wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm pissed off. I'm mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm big mad. You know what I'm saying? That I messed this up. But don't worry, though. Check this out.
I be on the miles with that yank hard yesterday, Skip. I be on these miles with hen dog, and now y'all got.
I, you know what I'm saying? Now we can get started. Damn. Hold on real quick. I swear, as soon as I get started, you know what I'm saying, I got something popping off. Man, this don't make no damn sense. But yeah, she wanted to try to woo black men with some miles and some yak, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, everybody ain't Shannon Sharp out here. So I'm about to play this real quick, because this is what Stacy Abrams is also doing. She out here talking to Sierra and Monica about what, I have no idea. So hopefully I'll be back in 16 seconds, but give me about 16 seconds.
Miss Fabulous Monica with the hat. What is this Gunica I hear about? I did my research. I meet you where you are. Come back into the frame. Come on. Go. Miss Fabulous Monica with the hat. What is this Gunica I hear about? I did my research. I meet you where you are. Come back into the frame. Come on. Go. Miss Fabulous Monica with the hat. What is this Gunica I hear about?
So, like, this is my thing, right? Why is it that when it comes to black politicians, All they do is talk to celebrities. And my question is, what are we supposed to do with this celebrity talk? I'm going to show you another example of this in another stream that I'm going to do later on. And shouts out to everybody that's in here. We got my man Hobb, got my man PD, Chicago B1, got Al McCowan, got everybody up in the building. Good to see everybody. Here's my question for you guys. What is the purpose of this nonsense? Talking about nonsense. Absolutely, AB. And my question is, what exactly is this supposed to do? What ground is this supposed to make? Shout out to my man, Ricky Jones. What up with it, bro? So now it's easy to answer this question when we look at the statistics and we look at the information and see why she's getting mollywopped. You know what I'm saying? And again, we got to take a look at the Texas election with Beto O'Rourke versus Governor Abbott. Beto O'Rourke is getting his ass whooped too. But Beto O'Rourke isn't blaming black men. Stacy Abrams is not even concerned about the black male vote. In those articles that we read in the live stream that we did yesterday, she's already talking about she wants to flip the Republican vote, and that's how she wants to cover the spread. Now, if you guys saw Afro Elite's live stream last night, he played a clip of an individual going to Stacy Abrams to ask her about reparations, and she ran. Them little legs was moving. It looked like two drumsticks. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen her move that fast before. But then she goes and talks to two celebrities, two singers. Now, here's my question. If you did not see short legs, I should say, short legs, not little legs. If you didn't see All Money Ain't Good Money Platinum yesterday, you guys should check it out on my other channel. But Beto O'Rourke and Governor Abbott together spent $8 million on Spanish-speaking voter campaigns. $8 million. And none of that money went to paying to talk to Latino celebrities. It went to providing Spanish-speaking ads to Spanish-speaking media outlets. So my question is, what is this? Her strategy is the reason why she's losing. She's out of touch. Kemp widens lead over Abrams to 8 points in Georgia governor race poll. All right. Georgia Governor Brian Kemp has expanded his lead over his Democratic challenger Stacy Abrams to 8 percentage points in the Peach State's gubernatorial race, according to a new poll. Half of likely Georgia voters in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution poll released on Tuesday said they would support Kemp, while 42% backed Abrams. Okay? So pay very close attention to these numbers because we're going to break them down. In late July, Kemp led Abrams by 5 points, 48% to 43%. So Abrams has never had a lead in this situation. Shout out to my man, Nate G. What up with it, bro? She's never had a lead. The new survey differed substantially from a Quinnipiac University poll last Wednesday that showed the two competitors locked in a tight race, with Kemp holding a slim 2-point lead over Abrams. Kemp beat Abrams in the state's 2018 gubernatorial race by less than 2 points. The Atlanta-based newspaper's poll found a bleaker outlook overall for Democrats in Georgia. All right, so now what did we say from the beginning? Democrats are about to get spanked this election. Democrats are about to get spanked this election. For one reason, because nobody likes them. For another reason, they're completely out of touch and they won't discuss important issues that people have. If you won't touch the issues that people have, then people aren't going to touch the box to vote for you. And that's just it. They can mention Tariq Nasheed and Kevin Samuels and whoever the hell they want to as many times as they want to. It doesn't matter. None of that stuff is budging anybody. They're failures, and they continue to fail. While the state's U.S. Senate race remained close, the survey showed Republican candidates leading Democrats across the board in down-ballot races for lieutenant governor, attorney general, and secretary of state. So you guys see this? Republican candidates are leading Democrats across the board in down-ballot races for lieutenant governor, attorney general, and secretary of state. Now, here's my question. All of these other positions, why is it that none of these other positions are attempting to shame black people and say, black men, you better vote for us? It's only Stacy Abrams. Only Stacy Abrams, despite the fact that all the Democrats are getting their asses whooped all across the board. For some reason, it's only Stacy Abrams that needs to make this announcement that she just is in dire need for black male support, which honestly, if you ask me, you have 80% of the vote. You got 80% of the black male vote, and you got 97% of the black female vote. If you can't win with those levels of support, it's because you're a failure. You have failed. It's time to give it up. So now here it says Republican Senate candidate Herschel Walker, who is a complete idiot. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He's beating Raphael Warnock, and Herschel Walker doesn't even have a brain inside of his skull. 46% to 44% among likely voters within the poll's margin of error. However, last week's Quinnipiac poll had Warnock leading Walker by 6 points. The Atlanta Constitution poll of 861 likely general election voters in the state was conducted by the University of Georgia School of Policy and International Affairs September 5th through 16th and has a margin of error of 3.3 percentage points. All right. And so that's the end of that article. And that's the way that these articles should be, short and sweet. You know what I'm saying? So Stacy Abrams is leading, or I'm sorry, she's losing in the polls. All right. And one of the reasons why she's losing in the polls is because she's underperforming with black people. She's underperforming. Now, I don't know if you guys saw Afro Elite's stream last night or if you were in there, but there was an individual that kept saying, well, show some evidence that she's underperforming. Show evidence. Show evidence. All right, here's evidence right here. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution, the Jolt. Stacy Abrams is underperforming with black voters in the AJC poll. So now, here is my question for everybody that's watching this stream. I need you guys to let me know why Stacy Abrams is underperforming. What are your thoughts about why she's just not cutting the mustard? Why is she not cutting the mustard? Yeah, he wasn't nothing more than a troll, but the problem is, bro, is that a lot of people probably think like that. You know, there's a lot of people just locked in. That's one of the reasons why the support levels are so high. Think about this, right? Think about this. I want you to think about this, RG Titan. Think about this, bro. If Stacy Abrams has 80% of the black vote, the black male vote, and 97% of the black female vote, what's the chance that that person was actually a troll? The chances are actually higher based on her actual numbers that that person actually believes what they're saying, and that there's more people that think like that quote unquote troll than think like us, which is a huge problem. You see what I'm saying, bro? We're going to check out, we're going to go into depth with these numbers. So now here it says the newest AJC poll of the 2022 elections shows a possible split ticket dynamic in Georgia this year, with GOP incumbent Governor Brian Kemp about 5 points ahead of Stacey Abrams in the race for governor. Democratic incumbent U.S. Senator Raphael Warnock with the 3-point lead over Herschel Walker, which is described by pollsters as essentially a dead heat. But one of the most troubling findings for Democrats in the AJC poll was tucked into the crosstabs of the race for governor. It showed wavering support for Stacy Abrams among the party's most reliable constituency. Now, let me ask you guys something. If we're the most reliable constituency, how much is our vote worth? Nate said that man was an intellectual desert. That's hilarious. If they know for a fact that we're going to vote a certain way, how much is our vote worth? Is our vote worth anything? Or does our votes worth increase if they don't know which direction we're going in? That's my question for you guys. Every time you hear about us being written about when it comes to voting, it's always they're most reliable. I got to agree with Cameron Jones. If you guys agree with Cameron Jones, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree with Cameron Jones, give me a thumbs down. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Why is it that the Democrats can rely on black people to give them the vote? It showed wavering support for Stacy Abrams among the party's most reliable constituency. Let me ask you guys first, let's establish who that most reliable constituency is. Who is the most reliable constituency for Stacy Abrams in this situation? Georgia Democrats, listen to this. I want you guys to pay very close attention to this. And this is exactly what I was talking about, RG Titan. So check this out right here. Check these numbers out, bro. Georgia Democrats routinely capture more than 90% of the black electorate. 90%. We're almost voting for these worthless, useless morons damn near at 100%. They have no spread of error. It's almost guaranteed that they're going to get almost the entire black vote. That is absurd, and you've rendered yourself worthless because they always know that you're always going to vote for them. The goal needs to be to decrease that number to under 49%. I want you guys to understand this right here. This is in Georgia. Georgia Democrats routinely capture more than 90% of the black electorate. If the Georgia Democrats routinely capture more than 90% of the black electorate, then what the hell is Stacey Abrams talking about if black men vote for her? I mean, if Stacey Abrams' black electorate percentage increase 5% next year, she'll be at 95%. And if it increases another 5, she will have the entire black electorate. Once you're at 100%, what are you going to blame losing on? Could you imagine how these politicians would whoop ass if they had 90% of the white electorate? Imagine that. Take us out of the equation. Take us out of the equation. Imagine any candidate that got 90% of white America's votes. Are they going to automatically win? It wouldn't matter how anybody else voted. If there was a candidate that got 90% of white people's votes, that person automatically wins. She has 90% of the black vote. All the Democrats do. This isn't just, specific to Stacey Abrams. All the black Democrats do down there. I want you guys to read this. Georgia Democrats routinely capture more than 90% of the black electorate. Why are you still complaining about losing? And why are you blaming it on black people at that point if you have 90% support? What else do you want? And Republicans often see it as a victory if they can crack double digits with the voting bloc. Do you see this? Republicans see it as a victory if they can get double digits of black support. Stacy has damn near 100% and it's still not enough. What else do you need? What else do you want? You know what I'm saying? So now here it says, but the poll shows Abram garnering roughly 80% of black support. So she's got 80% of black support. That's still huge. I guarantee you there's nobody that has that many of anybody else's vote. I put money on it. There's no candidate that gets 80% of white vote. There's no candidate that gets 80% of Asian vote. There's no candidate that gets 80% of Latino vote. There's nobody that gets that. But these Democrats are still complaining and they still can't perform when they're getting levels of 80 and 90% support. And they had a nerve to talk crazy to us and then talk over us to celebrities. I got to agree with DJ Elmo. DJ Elmo says, you melanin folks need a crash course in political science because all indicators show that we are incompetent. I agree with that, especially the patterns of the voting. It shows that a majority of people are incompetent. If you guys agree with DJ Elmo, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree with DJ Elmo, give me a thumbs down. The other votes are split about evenly. About 10% back Kemp and about 8% are undecided. It's not ideal territory for Abrams, whose campaign to become the nation's first black woman elected governor hinges on motivating core supporters. It's also a trend that Kemp's internal poll has picked up. That poses both a problem and an opportunity for the Democrats' campaign. The problem, of course, is that she can't defeat Kemp without energizing the party's most important block of voters. I swear to God, they don't do policy like we're the most important block of voters. But pay very close attention here in the Atlanta Constitution Journal why they're calling us the most important block of voters. That's what they're saying. Now, if we're the most important block of voters, why don't the politicians perform like they're the most important block of voters? Let me ask you guys a question. Do politicians perform and provide policy as if we're the most important block of voters? Is that what you guys see? Have you noticed that? Is that a pattern? I don't think it is. The opportunity is she can quickly make up lost ground by mobilizing black voters. So we're the fix-a-flat for her. She can quickly make up lost ground by mobilizing black voters. Nah, we're not going to be your bungee cord this time. You're going to fall flat on the concrete. So now here it says in the other marquee race, Democratic incumbent Raphael Warnock, the state's first black U.S. senator, has support from about 85% of black voters. So listen, my question is, are these messages actually getting through if people are still supporting these Democrats at these numbers? This doesn't look like anybody's holding a vote to me. Now, Herschel Walker has numbers that the Democrats should have. Herschel Walker, who is black, has about 9% support from black voters. Raphael Warnock should have 9% at or lower if we're actually holding our vote like we say we're going to hold it. Raphael Warnock and Herschel Walker should have about the same numbers. They should be 9 and 9. They should be 9 and 8. They should be 9 and 7. Why, if we're holding our vote, does Raphael Warnock have 85% of the black vote? Why is that? Somebody ain't telling the truth about something. Just like I told you guys people wouldn't. I told you people would get the bubble guts and run their scared asses to the polls. I told you that shit. One possible reason for the lagging support for Democrats: nearly 1/3 of black voters disapprove of President Joe Biden's record as president. I mean, but at the same time, shit, 1/3 of black voters. All right, so that's 33%, which means that about 66% do approve, or either they're indifferent. Joe Biden had like 96% black vote to get him into office. So that looks really dumb. It looks really dumb that 1/3, 33% disapprove when 96% voted his ass in. Does that make sense? If that makes any sense, give me a thumbs up. If it doesn't make any sense, give me a thumbs down. So now here it says Big Lie losing. Nestled in the latest Atlanta Journal-Constitution poll is the latest indication that Donald Trump's election fraud lies have lost their potency in Georgia politics. An AJC poll conducted in April found that Georgia Republicans were increasingly confident about the integrity of the election system, which I don't think that has anything to do with anything. So I don't know why they mentioned that. We all knew that the Republicans are probably going to wash the Democrats this year. I mean, I don't think it has anything to do with any election integrity. We all know that all the elections have been illegitimate since this shithole country was put together. So now here it says the poll released Wednesday revealed another trend. About half of Georgia voters say they're less likely to vote for candidates who say they believe the 2020 election was, quote, stolen from Trump, compared to just 13% who say that stance makes them more likely to back a contender. So basically what they're doing here now is they're now moving away from talking about Stacy Abrams to just getting on the political nonsense, but they already said all of the information about Stacy Abrams that we need to know. The black support for Stacy Abrams is cratering. So my question for you guys is, why is that? But at the same time, no, this is the problem. The black support of Stacy Abrams was so high that it cratering, she's still getting a more significant amount of black votes than the other candidates at lower numbers. So make that make sense. That is how reliable, how dependable, and how predictable it is that black people will vote for Democrats. This person, man, Magneto TV, says she's a communist Bolshevik. Bolsheviks are white. I don't recall any black people getting killed in the Bolshevik Revolution. You remember that large spat of white on white crime that took place in Russia? You remember that? But then again, you sound like somebody that's a little bit prone to rewriting history. So there's no black Bolsheviks. It's amazing how white people come up with this white only nonsense, and then when it doesn't work out for them, all of a sudden everybody's involved. Last time I checked, the Bolshevik Revolution didn't take place in Africa, and it didn't take place in a country where there was mixed ethnicity. It was a lot of white on white crime. So there's that. The Jolt, Stacy Abrams. If black men vote for me, I'll win Georgia. You're not going to win Georgia. You're not going to win at all. She's not going to win at all. If you're already getting close to 100% support, how are you going to win anything? Shout out to my man Extreme X. She said we're 13% of the country. Is the reason why black people can't get policies passed. Well, I don't think she's going to get past this election. Because if she said that, then what's the point? If that was her words, then what is the point for voting for her? Nah, cats are using Maya's frying pan. Oh, shit. Shout out to my man Tarek. What up with it? So make this make sense. Stacy Abrams could make history as Georgia's first black governor. She's not going to. And again, it doesn't matter if she's the first black governor. What matters is if she's the first effective governor, which she's not going to be. She has no plans on doing that. But during the Democrats' videotaped appearance at Pod Steve America's taping in Cobb County over the weekend, she's acknowledged that she'll need overwhelming support of black men, support that polls show she's currently lacking in order to win the race. How is she lacking, guys? This is just white media. I'm white and I say so. How are you lacking support? Exactly. If you guys agree with DJ Elmo, she's setting up a scenario to blame black men if she doesn't get enough votes. Give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. And ladies and gentlemen, real quick, if you guys have not smashed the like button, please make sure that you take a moment, smash the like button. Also, if you haven't shared the live stream out, please make sure that you guys share the live stream out. That definitely helps. She remind you of that lady on the Pine Sol commercial. That's hilarious. So now here it says they have a capacity that sometimes is not met by their turnout, which is legitimate and honest. I don't disparage those who make the decision not to vote because often the leadership that gets elected is not reflective of their needs. Now, I got a question for you, right? I'm going to show you exactly how stupid these people are. Now, Tiffany Cross mentioned Tariq Nasheed and Kevin Samuels by name, but instead of talking to Tariq Nasheed, we can't talk to Kevin Samuels because rest in peace, Kevin Samuels is not here anymore, but Tariq Nasheed is. Now, they're so concerned about what people that watch Tariq Nasheed do, but they didn't reach out to him for an interview to see what it is that they could do to possibly get votes. The reason why is because they know exactly what it is that they can do to get votes. They're just not willing to do it, which it doesn't matter what they're willing to do anyway, because Stacy Abrams is about to get snapped. So that said, I know that if we have the kind of turnout possible among black men and they vote for me, I will win this election. That is why my campaign has been so focused on making sure we're addressing the challenges. Well, you haven't done that. Here's my question. If you guys haven't watched the first live stream that I did about this, go back and check it out. But from what everybody has seen thus far, I know there was a live stream that Tariq Nasheed did, and he actually went over the platform that she had. Phil Scott actually did on the Phil Scott podcast channel. He did a podcast about her policies. From any video or any campaign that you've seen talking about this, is there any issues that she's addressing? In my opinion, the answer is no. Torian Rain, shout out to my man Torian Rain, actually did a video about this. There's no policies addressed. And like I said, and I guarantee you Torian will agree with me, she's sitting here acting like she has no idea, right? She wants the black male vote. So MSNBC let us know that they're aware who many black men listen to. What they said was that we need to not listen to Tariq Nasheed. We need to not listen to Kevin Samuels. Well, if you're so concerned about getting that voting block, it would seem to me that instead of spending time talking to Monica, that you might want to try to get in touch with Tariq Nasheed. That's what it would seem like if you were actually concerned about getting the vote, but you're not concerned about getting the vote. See, that's what's called a SWOT analysis: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And if she's not capable of doing a simple SWOT analysis and say, well, you know what? Maybe I can make an opportunity out of this. Maybe if I reach out to Tariq Nasheed, who a lot of black men watch, maybe I can get some insights as to how to frame a good policy and go after that policy. Nah, she didn't do that. She decided to get up there and start talking to some R&B singers. You know what I'm saying? So what I find even more fascinating is that she's she's credited with the strategic wins that Georgia has had. She's credited with the strategic wins. She can't even come up with a strategy to get herself ahead in the race. So the question then becomes, did she actually come up with winning strategies for Georgia, or are we just saying that? If you ask me, somebody's just saying that. That echoed comments that she made at a recent Stacy and the Fellas event in Cobb County, which was the Mild and Yak event. If black men vote for me, I'll win Georgia. So now, according to her, I mean, what do black men have to do? You've got to vote for you at 98%. I mean, shit, how many more votes do you need? I'm probably saying the same thing that the people that shovel the food from the buffet onto her plate say. I mean, how much more do you need? Damn. Abrams' performance among black men in particular is one reason she's lagging behind Kemp in public and internal surveys. No, it's not. Because if you look at Kemp and you look at how many white men are voting for him, I guarantee you that less white men are voting for Kemp than black men are voting for Abrams. I bet you Abrams has way more black male support than Kemp has white male support. Miss me with the nonsense. I got to agree with Yara here. At this point, it's beyond embarrassing and foolish. It's embarrassing dealing with the foolishness of black voters. We have to be the dumbest people on earth when it comes to oppression and colonization. It may sound harsh, but it doesn't matter if it's harsh or not. What matters is if it's true. And the evidence shows that the world and Yara are correct. So now here it says that's a metric she and her campaign are working to change in the months ahead. I don't know why she's working on that. So now, again, look at this. I want you guys to pay very close attention because we're going to go through some other things. U.S. Senator Raphael Warnock, the state's first black senator, is also trying to boost his support among black voters ahead of a November matchup against former football star Herschel Walker. All right, voting rights. This is something that Stacy Abrams wants people to care about. Voting rights. Stacy Abrams might still be best known nationally as a voting rights advocate who fought to expand access to the ballot and famously refused to concede her 2018 defeat to protest the, quote, erosion of our democracy. All right, so now these are her things that she cares about. Voting rights, public safety. Now, hate crime bill for, foundational black Americans, that would be part of public safety, but I guarantee you that's not on her platform. So these are the things that Stacy Abrams cares about. Okay. Another thing that Stacy Abrams cares about is abortion. This is what I'm telling you about these people. Just continue to not want to address issues and think that they can just write the book. They can't. You cannot do that. Economy and inflation are among Georgia voters' top concerns. So why are you talking about public safety? Why are you talking about abortion? What are you going to do about the gas price? What are you going to do about the grocery price? Let me ask you guys something. How many people in here are concerned about the economy? The groceries are getting more expensive. Gas is getting more expensive. Electric bills are getting more expensive. Your rent's going up. I mean, that's something that people are concerned about. One of the reasons that the Democrats are having a hard time is because it's Democrat policy that is responsible for the economy in the state that it's in right now. You think anybody wants to deal with another 4 years of 40-year high gas prices, 40-year high grocery prices? No. Nobody in their right mind wants to deal with that unless you're somebody that owns stock in those companies, like Hunter Biden. You know what I'm saying? Economy and inflation are among Georgia voters' top concerns, AJC poll finds. So now, do you think that Stacy Abrams might be losing not because she's getting 80% of the black vote, but she might be losing because she's failing to adjust her campaign strategy to account for issues that are important to people from Georgia? And we're just talking about, we're all lives mattering the situation here. Economy, inflation, that's something that everybody's worried about. That doesn't even go into her ignoring black specific issues. These are things that affect every American. And she's even ignoring that stuff because she just wants to do what she wants to do. Stacy wants to do what Stacy wants to do. Stacy wants to win, but she ain't gonna. The Fed just put out a report that showed that they had to increase the interest rate because the economy shrunk more than they expected it to, which means that things are going to be more expensive. If the economy shrunk, then that basically means that there is more inflation. The consumer price index has increased. What is Stacey Abrams going to do about that? What is any politician going to do about that? So now here it says 6 weeks before Election Day and 3 weeks before the start of in-person early voting, the economy looms large in Georgia voters' minds. Concerns about the cost of living ranked first in the minds of voters. Now, I mean, I got to ask you guys a question. What's going through Stacey Abrams' head if she thinks that she can bypass the number one concern of voters? I'm just going to ignore all you people and talk about what I think is important. And I think ripping babies out is important. You're not going to win like that, Stacy. You're not going to win if you think that black men are the secret sauce to your success and you just bypass black men. You're not appeasing any group of your voters, which is why you're losing. While jobs in the economy placed third, according to a poll conducted for the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, when likely general election voters were asked for their top two issues, cost of living and jobs, and the economy combined to rank highest, which was for 69% of the participants. While other topics such as abortion and immigration, which abortion is just what Stacey Abrams is stuck on, the economy affects everyone. And what a strange economy it is. It's not really that strange, the economy. You know what I'm saying? Like the economy is basically working exactly how it should be working for the monetary and foreign policy that we have in place right now. So as you guys can see right here, here's the number breakdown. Cost of living is the highest. It's the top issue. Threats to democracy is number 17. Jobs and economy are when jobs and economy is third. Abortion is way down here. It's next to last, right at C19. So it's clear what the important issues are. But Stacey Abrams isn't touching any of those issues. She's not even touching any of those issues in her program that she has. Her her plan, her agenda for black males, her alleged agenda for black males. That's what she titled it, but that's not what she plans on doing. So I don't see things going very well for Stacy Abrams. For one, she's not paying attention to her voter base. For two, she's not following through with what it is that she needs to do in order to galvanize the people she wants to galvanize. For three, she's completely out of touch. I don't see Stacy Abrams winning anything. But when looking at this, the question doesn't become what is Stacy Abrams doing? Stacy Abrams is doing what we expect every dumb Democrat to do, which is nothing. My question is, if we're holding the vote, why is she receiving 80% support? Why is Raphael Warnock at such a high percentage rate? When I look at these polls, I'm not so concerned with Stacy. I'm concerned with what the hell everybody else is doing. What is everybody doing? Why are people still voting for the Democrats at higher than 49% support? What's going on? What happened to people's brains? That's my question. What's causing that? That is the absolute scary part, Rick. If you guys agree with Rick that that's the scary part, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. I'm off of the politicians and I'm looking at the voters. What the hell is going on with the voters is my question. What have those Democrats done to get those level of support? I mean, they making decisions like they giving away free crack pipes. Shout out to my man Jay Fields. That's what it seems like. And why can't the candidates be held accountable? I agree. The candidates should be held accountable by support. So if you're continuing to give somebody 80 and 90% support and they're not producing anything, you're not holding them accountable. The accountability needs to be held by providing or withholding support. But it doesn't seem like people are doing that. And I think that that's where the disconnect comes in. And I think that's what people need to find out. Why are people not following through with holding their votes? Because if you ask me, they haven't done anything to earn any votes. But you may disagree. And if you do, make sure that you leave it in the comments. But I appreciate everybody that's here and watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Also, smash the like button. Share the video out to all of your followers. And I will catch you all on the next stream. All right? Peace.